Welcome back. WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. I always wanted to have a Baltimore Positive bow tie as I do on our Chiron. We were in Los Angeles, California. If I'm in a room again that maybe is a cold refreshment nearby when this guy is usually around, my Facebook friend, BJ Ganim, comes down from, what is it, Plains Mountains? Where do you live? By ice fishing in Wisconsin?
That's right.
What's the name of the conference?
Reedsburg, Wisconsin.
Where is that again?
We're just northwest of Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Where's Madison? Where's Fond du Lake?
Fond du Lac? Yeah,
Fond du
that's
Lac,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Foot
in
of the
between,
lake,
That's in
yes.
between Madison and Green Bay.
Okay, there's only a couple that I know. Fond du Lac was one
Milwaukee.
of them.
Milwaukee's
I got
pretty
buddies
well
there,
known.
yeah.
Bob, it once was said to me that, you meet somebody in a bar after midnight.
Yeah.
You got to wonder. I met him in a bar after midnight in New York, Midtown Manhattan.
Really?
Yes, and this is a true story. So we're in a bar. Let me pull this down.
But you know what? In New York, nothing starts until after midnight,
well,
right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So we were out. Was it Thursday night that week or Wednesday night that you did the show?
It was Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Okay,
yeah.
so we're doing this thing, and were you in New York for the Super Bowl? You were. You were broadcasting,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So we're at that Sheraton, and we were staying about 3 blocks away, Midtown, right around the corner from where they shoot David Letterman at the Marquee, little hotel there. And the bar downstairs outside was an Irish bar, long.
Yeah.
Right, like 8th Avenue and 57th Street or whatever it was, right? So Letterman's on. And Letterman's got a guest, and there's 4 bar stools, and this guy's on one of them, and I look up, and this guy's on Letterman. So
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm not like starstruck or celeb. I mean, we've been on Radio Row all day. It's New York. Bill Murray was in the room. There's people everywhere.
Yeah.
And I looked, and I'm like, son of a gun, this guy, you're on David Letterman, And then I see, and we get to talking, and next thing you know, it's 3 in the morning, and we're drinking because it's New York, and you could do that.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I'm emceeing this event on Tuesday night with Snoop Dogg and all the Kurt Warner and you guys and all this on Tuesday night. So it's been 8 years? Eight years.
8 years now. Yeah.
8 years. BJ Ganim's
Yes,
here.
sir.
Bob Golick is here. To give the whole story of your service is amazing, but just update us on where your organization is, because what
Absolutely.
Sierra Delta's doing is incredible, and I'm involved now.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a
Pull me
national wellness program for all vets, and we're focused on utilizing the love of dogs. That's as simple as I can make it out.
This show's going to go to the dogs, too, in a few minutes, too.
That's
in
right.
a few minutes.
Oh, my
Well,
goodness, right?
I heard some of the guys talking about coming back and feeling lonely.
Yeah.
There's a loneliness that when you come back. I don't know if it's you use the camaraderie or
Yep.
or being involved in everything. And I mean, what better way to not feel lonely than to have a dog
That's right.
run up to you when you come home, or or some of the guys. I mean, we see Zeus all over the place. I mean, it's just so cool to
That's
have
right.
them. I mean,
that's veteran Mike Smith's dog, Zeus, there, and he's a medical assistant service dog. But the vast majority of us don't need that. We get wrapped around the axle about names, right? Every dog's a service dog. Like, nobody else is going to bring in another life form that they're going to have to feed and pick up their poop with their hands unless it's providing a service for them.
Right.
What we're doing is organizing this around access. Who needs the dog to go everywhere with them on a plane, in a movie theater, whatever? And then
Now,
what
we are talking wounded warriors.
We are talking. We're talking all servicemen, all
Okay.
18 million men and women.
You don't have to be wounded to be
You don't-
wounded,
this
right?
is a
Literally,
wellness
mental health.
This
right,
is a
sure.
wellness program, right? We can all get a little bit better. And hey, guess what? I know I'm missing a leg. You've seen me. The only thing I can't do in this leg is grow toenails, right? I don't want to be a part of a disability program. I don't want to be a charity case. Nobody does.
Right.
Nobody wants to be in a government program. That's why you should take this to the government. No. We can do this. Last year alone, we spent $90 billion on pet accessories. If we took 0.5% of that and just diverted it to this program, if I could raise $25 million in 1 year, I could solve this problem in 7. And the good thing about it is the after effect is we kill 800,000 healthy, trainable, adoptable, large breed dogs every year.
Yeah,
Guess
that's
what kind
insane.
of dogs
Yeah.
most veterans want?
Have you gone to
a large breed?
I mean, and this is a stupid question, but I mean, I'm sure you've gone to the PetSmarts and the
Yeah, we did
and
a
those.
commercial with them in 2017. We raised $1.5 million in 5 weeks. We learned a lot from it. They had, again, their executive team melted down, and now it's being rebuilt. We're trying to get those partnerships, but we are sponsored by North American Motor Car. We are sponsored by Blue Buffalo, Get Joy. There's all kinds of people coming out to sponsor us. They're seeing
the
that
Blue Buffalo folks sent us some cat food a couple years ago, and very kind. Because we were a cat family.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you brought Chad Brown around and some different people. I have a relationship. Bob, you've been on a show before as well. I just want to say this because I was out there on the field the other night. First off, wondering what the hell I'm doing. You know, I'm Southern California. I'm in Crenshaw. They're giving me the microphone. Nobody knows who I am.
Then you want to know what the hell I was doing.
Well, right. There was a point. There was a point where I was watching guys throw the football around. Then you know, some of the older players and just different players I didn't recognize, and they gave me the scorecard. So I'm trying to figure out there's Sage Rosenfels and hey, there's Vince Ferragamo. I never recognized Jake Plummer until he was on the show yesterday. I'm like, dude, you're my favorite hippie quarterback now. You know what I mean?
Really
doing the mushrooms and all that stuff. So, but
and he shows up almost every year too. So does Jeff Garcia,
Kenny Mayne,
every
year.
Chris Draft, Jen Welter.
Jen Welter with those children was it was inspiring.
Right. Really
and I pulled Kurt Warner up. And I'll let you speak about being a player, but it's one thing to be an old player hanging out in L.A. and you come out and you feel good playing a golf tournament or you do whatever charity to help veterans, and I would think players do that all the time. But Kurt Warner came out as a Hall of Famer. From the minute he walked on the field, he took the football, and all he did was throw the passes to anybody that wanted to catch one and make everyone's night. And I've watched Brian Billick, who's my partner, and I've never seen anybody work a room better than Brian. Brian just likes people. He likes stories. He makes eye contact. He just knows how to do it. And I rarely see people that really know how to do it. My God, Kurt Warner, I chased him off the field. I said, dude, I've been doing this 31 years. That was inspiring, bro. Like, that was better than advertised, and you're advertised pretty high up, man. And I've been around Ripken, all these people,
And that's the thing. We have this core group of players, and it keeps growing every year. And the similarities between the vets and the players and the real relationships that come from this game.
That's what I was going to say. I saw you out there. You didn't even really need to play the game. I almost came over because we were running a little late, and the kids were late getting there. I'm like, you don't even need to play the game, man. Everybody, you can go home now, drink. Everybody's had a good time.
But, as a player, too, I mean, you said there's similarities, but as players, too, we're sometimes embarrassed by the fact that we talk about football in the terms of war. Right. We're going to go kill these guys, and, we use those terms. And reality is that when we come up and we're doing this stuff with you guys, it's not like a thing. But you realize that there's real commitment, and then there's a commitment to a team, and you're getting paid for it. But then there's real commitment in what you guys do and what you've done and what you've sacrificed. I mean, somebody says, "Oh, he was playing hurt." Well, you know what? In the NFL, that's cool. Yeah. But
at the same time, too, like what we're fighting against is we don't want to be on that pedestal. Right?
Yeah.
Because I don't mind, and this is my own personal opinion. If any vets get mad at me, this is BJ Ganim's personal opinion. I'm not speaking for the whole veteran community. I don't mind that you guys do that, right? Because I know everybody gets it confused. They all think all you NFL guys make a lot of money. That's not true.
No.
Like, so much else goes into it. The reason why we connect with you is you guys feel as lost as we do. You feel like aliens in your own society, right? You're misunderstood. For veterans, they either pity us or they fear us. With you guys, they either fear you or they hate you, right? You know? And we can't make those same connections, right, because of the misunderstanding. Again, we're not looking – the PTSD that I think most of us vets suffer from, whether they're in combat or not, and PTSD is not something that we as veterans own. That's something – we all just went through it last
we just found out about it through you guys, but now it's a real thing.
And the only thing that's going to work is connection, because I think the long-term PTSD that we see in the veteran community has more to do with we feel like aliens in our own country. We know what it means to get thrown into a unit. You don't know the person on your left and your right. And there's many times we don't like each other, but we figure out a way to come together because we know that our lives are dependent on us working together.
I mean, there was an attorney general at one point that identified veterans as possibilities for domestic terror. I mean, how do you do that?
But they are. You have to think about this from a tactical mindset.
Okay.
Right? I mean, Lee Harvey Oswald is believed to kill JFK, and he was a Marine veteran, right? No, I don't know. Oliver Stone tells me that didn't happen that way, but whatever it happens, right? It's not like we're not incapable. Not just because we're veterans doesn't make us automatically heroes. And sometimes placing that on us puts more stuff because we all come up short. right? And that's what Sierra Delta is about, is let's just recognize that every single one of us needs help every now and again.
Yeah.
Right? And let's just make it fun. That's why we gamified the process of a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But we've added in the layer of community service. So, yeah, these veterans can earn their way to something like this. And all these people want to give us stuff, right, for our service, and they're grateful, and I appreciate that. But let us have skin in our own game. Let us have skin in our own how we're going to cope, right? We want representation as well, and be able to say it, and be able to say honestly. Like, I joined the Marine Corps because I got kicked out of college. I didn't have any great aspirations. I don't care about the founding fathers. They're all dead.
Yeah.
Right? I care about the people that are alive in this country. And what I saw in Iraq was I saw people murdering each other at the worst possible way because one was Shia and one was Sunni, and I couldn't tell the difference from them.
Yeah.
Right? And they've been doing that for 2,000 years. We're on that same road right now with what we're doing in this country, red, blue, black, white. It doesn't matter who did what. What are we going to do now, and what are we going to do moving forward? Because neither one of us are going anywhere. And if all we're going to do is yell and scream at each other and call each other names, then we're just heading for a fight. Let's get it on.
For Governor of Wisconsin?
No, I'm not.
We're getting up.
Well, I'm telling you what, though, I've learned from him, and I'm sure you have too, that we want to laud them for their service and what they've done and the commitment, and they don't necessarily want it. I mean, they want the respect. They want to be treated. You guys want to be treated like anybody else.
Is what you want to come back to.
No, man, I want to come back to people knowing that we have to do the work. Stop waiting for someone to get elected. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. They're trying to get elected. We are the people. We have to run this stuff. This is what makes Sierra Delta different. I wouldn't take the government money if they gave it to me. The reason why there's more veterans killing themselves than the civilians is because if you look at the VA system, it rewards you to have problems with drugs, problems with drinking, can't hold down a job, you get in trouble with the law, you can't maintain a relationship, we'll give you more money and more benefits.
Yeah.
No, we need to go the other way.
They need to do the school, too. It's the same thing. Throw money at everything and make it better.
But it's the connections, again, and that's why I picked dogs, right?
Yeah, tell me about Mike here, because I saw Mike the other day, and we got this dog, is so beautiful and so well behaved, and it says service dog, so I can't go up and pat and play. And Mike has all has this all going on, and so I got to move the camera here so we can see this beautiful creature here.
Here, I'll let Mike sit down.
Yeah, let's get Mike in here, because you guys got to go do another piece, I know.
Yeah,
Bob, you got to get out of here, too. You going with are you going?
I'm going to go with him.
Bob's going with him. Okay. Mike Smith's about to sit down here. Bob, I was going to give you my rim shot for you, which was that your brother's been embarrassing you. At least your nephew turned out right? I'm right? Am I correct? Just talk family business here before I let you go.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right. Although, watch out. My brother's going to be here in a little while.
I've had you both on, and I like you better so far.
Most people do. Thanks, man.
Bob Garlick. Hey, appreciate you, man. Be well. Mike's going to join us now. I'm going to figure out what Mike's what. And come on over here, man. Can you get him into the middle here? There you go. Is it boy or girl?
Boy.
Boy. What's his name?
Zeus.
Yeah. Zeus is going to be my buddy before the segment's over here, and we're gonna figure this out with Zeus. So we're live on Radio Row. It's all brought to you by our friends at the Maryland Lottery. We're letting ourselves play, masked up a little bit. Really want to thank our friends at Wise Markets. I got my Wise cup around here someplace. If I don't kick it, you know what? I need a little drink break here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mike, they used to bring beer out at Radio Row around 5 p.m. And that's,
I think the first one I went to was my first Radio Row experience was Phoenix.
Did they bring beer there?
Yeah, they did.
They did in the second floor.
Yeah.
They had that little cactus area up there. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So tell everybody who you are and what you do and about this beautiful angel of a dog.
Yeah, man. So Michael Smith. I do a Paralympic triathlon. So I was originally. We talked a while ago, actually, like 3 years ago. I was on the bobsled team.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
And then I switched over to doing Paralympic triathlon.
What's your background in military?
So I served 24 years, man. So I did infantry and artillery, and I just retired in September.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this beautiful creature, how long in your life? I mean, clearly you are the master, right? Like this is your dog.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I can
yeah.
see the way this dog reacts to you.
Right.
And the way you've trained it. I guess I could begin just the idiot thing and say, what do you learn in the military about training dogs, right?
Right. I mean, nothing. But it's so crazy because I didn't grow up with animals. So, like, just the relationship we have it's crazy.
It's
like,
special, right?
Yeah, it's the connection and the relationship we have is really special. I never thought it's like having a child. I never thought I'd own a dog. I never thought I'd have
Dude,
a
my
service
wife
dog.
wanted a cat. And we fought about it for 8 years because the one thing it is, people are saying, why is your wife not here this week? We don't have a cat sitter right now, and not like somebody just to feed our cat. Our cat
Yeah.
is like, it'd be like you leaving your dog in a kennel for 4 days. Maybe you have to do it, but you'd rather have a friend, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
just in general, right? And this
Right.
dog's clearly very attached to you, right? And figures it all out.
Right.
I got Jaws coming over. Is Jaws coming over? Jaws coming over? Good. All right. 15 minutes. All right. Well, if he comes early, he can sit down. We can talk about dogs in the military too. 'Cause I'm all about that. How many years you been playing in the game?
About 7. So yeah, from the very beginning.
So there's a Wounded Warrior game, and if you just tuned in and you're new to the podcast, BJ Ganim's become my friend. We met in a bar after midnight in New York. He comes by every year. I'm inspired by – he calls me an amputee. I lost my finger a lawnmower when I was
Right.
3 years old.
Yeah.
So he was
Yeah.
always trying to get me to play in the Wounded Warrior. I said, I'm not coming out there with guys that have had real things go down for me to play. And he's like, nah, I just want you to play. We need the bodies. We need the dudes. Snoop will throw you a pass.
Oh, yeah.
And, the whole deal, right?
Yeah.
So did Snoop throw you a pass?
Yeah, man. Me and Snoop had a touchdown together. It was crazy. He intercepted a ball, and right when he was getting ready to get his flag, he laddered me the ball. And that
Where
was
was
cool.
this?
This was in when we had it in San Francisco that year. So
Can I be honest with you?
What's
How
up?
big an asshole I feel for not going and doing that. I was at Julio. Julio's going to be here from San Francisco. Julio's one of my dearest friends in the
Yeah.
world. He owns a Mexican restaurant in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And we just hung out at his place every night because that's what we like to do.
That's what you
know?
do,
And our
right.
friends came over, whatever, and I didn't do the game. And now I feel like once Kurt Warner threw me a pass
Bro.
the other night,
Hey,
and I
yeah.
caught it because, he was there and I was here, and I'm like, throw me a pass. He's like, that ain't a pass, dude. You can hear him say, "Hey, pass!
Yeah.
Go run!" And so that was kind of fun. And I'm thinking the thrill. I was watching all of you, the special needs children that came over.
Oh yeah, that was the most. That was a. We do this a lot, but that was the most impactful part for me was the kids, man, and to see Jen Welter.
It was
her-
unbelievable,
bro.
unbelievable, unbelievable.
Her status in the world is pretty significant, right? But to see,
Her
if
and
you
Kurt
know her,
Warner were leading the calisthenics.
yeah. But if you know, her energy is through the roof as it is. But for her to share that with those kids, that means everything to them, man. I thought that was just super dope.
I went up to her and told her how special it was too, because I've had Jen
Yeah.
on the show, and she's the coach, the first female coach, and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you see her work with these children, and that's a special person.
Oh yeah, Jen I've known Jen for years. Back when she lived in Dallas, we used to hang out. So
Right on.
Jen's energy is always relentless. It stays the same. You're gonna get exactly who she is every single time, bro. She's a good person.
All right, Mike, sir, tell us about your injury. Tell us about the dog. Tell us about your involvement. Give us your story. And where did you find BJ Ganim on the side of the road?
Yeah, man, literally. It was cool.
I found him outside of a bar.
Yeah. So I served 24 years in the Army.
Your dog is laying on the
Yeah,
hold on. You just keep telling the story. I'm gonna
Yeah.
play with the camera here, and but the dog's on the floor. See, he's just hanging out, man.
Yeah, he just hanging out.
Just chilling, man. Chilling like a villain.
Yeah,
totally,
that's what he does.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
totally what he does. Go ahead.
But so suffered amputation in 2011. I tell people all the time though, me losing my arm was the best thing that could ever happen to me. It changed my entire life, my perspective on life, my outlook, my relationships. I value relationships way more than I ever used to.
Where are you
know what
from?
I mean? From Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So and then, it's given me a huge platform. So I stayed in the middle. So I was the first and only arm amputee in the history of the military to return to active duty service. So I'm the
Really?
only one in the world to ever do it. And then,
Was it that other folks may not wanted to do it, or ever tried to do it, or didn't feel compelled to do it? Or
Nah,
I would think maybe in old school they didn't have a role. Maybe you know what I mean. Maybe in the old days they would think like that,
Yeah.
or think like you shouldn't come back. We're going to put you on disability because that's what they thought 50 years ago.
so and
right?
that's what happens. When you receive a significant injury like this, the first thing they want to do is, they throw money at you because they think that's what you want, and they think that you want to get out and just go live life. You know what I mean? Or just have this settlement, and that's not me. That's not my personality. I wanted to continue to serve. I want to inspire and motivate in people. to continue on with their life.
Sure.
You know what I mean? To be knocked down is one thing, but to continue on after you've been knocked down is a whole nother.
This dog's knocked down right now. I'll tell you that, man.
Oh, yeah, bro. Like,
shit out. I mean, there's 1,000 people in here, light shining, and like.
Yeah, he's done.
If
Yeah.
you pick his paw up and be like Ric Flair, like the wrestler.
Oh, look. Yeah, he's through. Yeah, he's out of there.
Oh, man, how long you had this beautiful creature?
Man, a little less than a year, actually.
You've had this dog less than a year?
Less than a year, bro.
Did
Yep.
it come trained in some significant
So he
way
came
that
trained.
makes
Yeah,
him
he
so
came
amazing?
trained in some facet, but everything else is like me and him. It's just the relationship.
How
it's
old
just,
is he?
22 months, bro. That's it.
He's gonna live. You're gonna have a great 10 years with 15 years with this dog, 20 years with this dog.
Oh yeah, we run every day. We're averaging right around 100 miles a week running.
Man, what
Yeah.
inspiration, man. Where can people find more about you and your story and where you want to lend the cause to? Because I know you through Wounded Warriors. I know
Right.
you through Sierra Delta and
Right.
what BJ does here, and obviously the Blue Buffalo folks doing the dog training and what
Yep.
you're doing here. But
Yep.
where can people find more stories and maybe even reach you, connect somewhere?
Yeah, man. It's easy. If you just Google Michael Dream Chaser Smith.
That's
it.
it?
Yeah, that's it, man. I pop up everywhere. My IGs, everything, man.
Nice,
So,
that's it.
yeah,
I
it's
figured
simple.
it would be just simple
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
simple, yeah.
Elbows up,
Yeah.
dude. I'll see you
Oh,
next
yeah,
year.
for sure, bro.
And I just feel like an idiot for not catching a pass from Snoop.
Well, next year's going to be in Phoenix, man. So, Snoop likes Phoenix. So, hopefully you can be, when they have the Super Bowl out there, you come join us.
Can they bring me some more hand lotion? The last
right?
thing I did, we had fires down Laguna Beach here because it's so dry. Last thing I did before I left, I have this glycemate, really good product for this kind of environment. And I thought, man, it's LA. It's going to be 82 degrees. And I was going to go over to Vegas for a couple days. And I didn't put it in my bag. And I'm bloody. I'm just
Yeah.
bloody out here, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy how dry it is out here.
Yeah, it's shocking, really. Yeah. But do you remember when we was in Phoenix and they had that lotion company walking around giving out
Just
lotions and stuff?
Pump it out, man.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they
So-
give me some lotion in Phoenix. I'm going to go over there and tell them, man, we got to get it. I'm going to get sponsored by a lotion company, and I'm going to give it to especially in Vegas now. Vegas. Woo!
Oh, yeah. It's super dry
Drinking
out
some
there.
water out there. All right.
Yeah,
Mike, I
for sure.
appreciate you, man. Be
Hey,
well. All
hey,
right.
thank you, man. I
But
appreciate
make sure
you.
you're supporting these folks at the Wounded Warriors, Sierra Delta. I'll get you in touch with them. You want to get in touch with me. You want to help. You want to contribute. You want to be a part of it. You want to catch a pass from Snoop Dogg or Kurt Warner or Sage Rosenfeld or Jake Plummer or Jeff Garcia. You want to see Big Z run around on two arms, try to
Right.
get after Jeff Garcia, flush him out of the pocket. It was really, really something, and I was proud to be a part of it and involved with BJ and those folks. Can you get your dog up just for the
Yeah.
shot?
Zeus, come here.
Look at Zeus. Look at how beautiful Zeus is, all right?
Yeah, buddy.
Look at that love. Look at this. This is what you get on Radio Row.
Yep.
Zeus, I like you too, buddy. Hi, buddy. I'm Nestor. We are WNST, AM 1570,
Plus.
Towson, Baltimore. I never stop getting my face licked by dogs on Radio Row.